Hello everyone, this is me Abdullah Noman, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to create this layout that I just created a few minutes back. And truth is, I have been working for a few hours now and I'm really tired, but I can't wait to show you guys how to make a layout like this one. So let's just do that and let's begin. Alright, so the first thing that you have to understand, notice in this layout is that there is no status bar. As you can see, there is a status bar here which has a different color here, but but in this case my status bar is completely transparent, that it is 0% visible. Now we need to make sure that we can do that. So let's just do that. The first thing that you have to do in order to have your status bar transparent is you have to add two properties here. One is called Android window translucent status, which is you have to be true because you want to make it somewhat translucent. And then there was this another one, translucent navigation also, and you have to put that property true as well. All right, and then it will not yet be completely transparent at this point. It will be somewhat translucent, actually not parent. So what, in order to complete the whole thing, what you have to do is this. You have to come to the Java file, and here you have to set up this line of code which says something like this: if the build version SDK, which is the SDK, if that is greater than KitKat, because before KitKat it is actually really difficult to make your status bar completely invisible or completely transparent. So actually the property is have been introduced after KitKat, so that's why you have to use that. And then you have to take a object of a window class and get the window like this, and then you have to use a property method called window w, like w is this w dot set flags. And then here you have to give this parameters: window manager, which is inside this window manager there is this class called layout parameter. Inside that there is a final variable called flag layout no limits, and the same goes here. So you have to give these properties here, and these will create a transparent status bar for you, which is like this. Okay, all right, so that's done. Now the next thing is, as you can see, is we have a background image here. So that's really simple, really. We took a relative layout at the beginning, and then we just gave it a background image. And this background image, this one here, this background image is a background image that I collected from the internet and just put it on my app as a background image, because I think this looks like a sweet dream concept here. So that's that app. And then the next thing that I did is that I took two text views. These are the two text views, these two. All right, and I gave it an ID, and then I gave it a width of wrap content, height of wrap content, and then we give it a text which is sweet dream, this one. And then we give it a text color which is white, complete white, because I think I thought white would look very nice with this background color also, here. And then what I did is that I gave it a margin top of 110 dp, so that created this distance here. And then I gave it a I wanted this property to be at the center of this layout, so I gave it a property called center horizontal, which is true. So that put it at the exact middle of this at the exact horizontal middle of this layout. All right, then we gave it a text appearance, which is text appearance and app compact. And since this is the title, we used a style called title. All right, now you could have different options here. You used to choose the ones here and then select the best ones for you. And then the next thing that we did is that we took a second text view, and then we give it a height and weight of wrap content, and then we gave it a positioning property called layout below. And then we gave the position of address of this one, ID of this one, so it has been positioned below this one because we gave the ID of this one. All right, so that is layout below. Okay, that's the functionality of the property layout below. And then the next thing that we did is that we use something called layout align left. Now because we wanted these two to be aligned, the left edges, we wanted the left edges of these two text views to be perfectly aligned. That's why we used a property called alignment left, and then on this one alignment left, and I gave the ID of this one. So now the left edge of this property, this text view, is aligned perfectly with this text view. Alright, so that's what happened. Very simple actually. Text color is again white, and we gave it a text sweetheart, so it sounds like sweet dream sweetheart, like it's like a mother talking to her daughter. It's a app for parents who wants to give their children a music music playlist before that they can hear to before going to sleep. Or maybe not a music playlist, it's something like maybe their parent can record some kind of a story inside them, and the child can actually hear it if the parent is not available at the time. So this is a playlist. All right, okay, so that's that. And then we did that. This image, by the way, here is here from the beginning, so this is here. And one thing I have noticed while creating this layout is that if I had put something here in front of this and created it transparent, then that actually still doesn't look good. So I decided that I'm going to put this section alone and keep this on just like this, because this is since this is a app for children, this should be as simple as possible. All right, so that's that. Now the next thing that we did is that we created a card view. We actually created two card views, by the way, let me inform you. One is this one and the other one is this one. All right, now this one and this one has exact same positioning properties and exact same shape properties. All right, so what this does is that they are on top of each other. But the reason I did that is this. You see, I wanted to create a shadow here. So I used a property called card elevation, which is 15 dB. But when I gave 15 dB, it did not look deep enough. The shadow was not dark enough. All right, and so I thought, okay, let's cheat a little and then add two card views at the same position with same shape and give both of them the same card elevation, which is 15 dB. Now when I did that, the card elevation or the shadowing feature, this one, it actually became darker, and that's what I wanted. So these two have the same positioning properties and the same shape and color properties. All right, okay, so that's what we did. And then let me just introduce you to the properties that I used with this card view here. I give it a height of width of 119 dp and layout height of 60 dp. All right, and I gave it a property called align parent bottom, so which brought it here. But then I gave it a margin bottom, which is this margin here, and it brought it to this distance here. And then I give it a property central horizontal, so it has been inside at the horizontal center. And then I gave it a card corner radius, which created the shape here, this radius shape, you know, these corners here, round shape here. And then the next thing that I did is I gave it a color, which is white, but this is not exactly the same white. This is a little less little darker. All right, but you can't see it here, but if you see it closely, then this is a more white color and this is a less slightly less white color, because I wanted to match with this color. And if you notice that this color here is pretty white, you know, a bright white, but this is a little less bright. So I wanted to match this one with this one, because this property, this white property here, is actually taking a lot of space here. So if I had given it a really white, too much white, then it would be affecting the eyes and it would not look nice, you know, because it would be putting pressure on the eyes because there is too much white. And that's why, since there is too much white, we have to dim the white a little, and that's why I used a different white which is darker. All right, so the next one is that card elevation, which is 15 dp, that shadowing feature. And then we gave it a alpha called 8 to dim it a little more, even more. All right, we did that. And inside this card view here, this whole card view here, we did a lot of stuff. Now what did we do in order to just create these three images? Well, the first thing that I did is this: I took a linear layout inside the whole card view and gave it a width and height of match parent and gave it a horizontal orientation. All right, now the next thing that we did is that we took another card view, actually three more card views inside this linear layout. Now this linear layout, by the way, is has the same width and height of this layout. Now inside that we created a linear layout, and inside that linear layout we created three card views, and since it is a horizontal orientation, so these three card views are positioned horizontally. Okay, and then I gave it a width of 0 dp because and let me just show you, I gave it a height of match parent, width of 0 dp. That's because I'm going to use a property called layout width, and this layout width is going to position them, give them the same amount of space, because I gave this one a layout width of 1, this one a layout width of 1, and the last one also a layout width of 1. Okay, so that's what I did. And then yeah, so that's what I did. So these three card views here, there are three of them actually. If you can't see, let me just show you. See, there are three card views here, and inside these three card views there are three images also. All right, so these three card views have the same shape and height. All right, so we did that. And then the next thing is that inside those card views, every card view, we took a relative layout, and inside that relative layout we took an image view. Now why did we take a relative layout? Because we wanted the image view to be at the center, right at the center of this card view, the small card view, right? Now in order to do that, we have to use a property called center. Let me just show you. Center in parent. We have to use a property called center in parent. So this center in parent property is not available inside a card view layout, so we had to actually add this relative layout, and inside that we have this center in parent. By the way, this relative layout also has the same width and height of match parent. So that's happened, and in the same manner we used we gave this one an image view and the other one an image view. Okay, and then we created some vector asset properties here. Just in case you don't know exactly how to do that, you should watch my video on creating a vector asset, and there I will show you exactly how to create a vector asset. Now I created three vector assets here. One is this, the other one is this, and the other one is this, and I use all of those three vector assets as the SRC, I mean image value here inside this. See this, the first one is backward, this one, see this one. All right, see this one. All right, and the second one here is this one actually, and it will be boring to find and show it again, but just trust me, this is the one. All right, so we created three vector assets and we put them right in the center of the screen. And now in the future, what we could do is that we could make these card views, use the attribute on click on these card views, and we could actually make them work, make them do something. So that's about it. That's how the app, this very simple layout is created. Now I have been thinking about adding some other features also with this layout here, with this very simple layout, and if I do in the future, then I will just make another video and let you know that I have created something here as well, added something here. So that's about it, and take care, have a good day, have a good night, have a good life.